For lunch, we are at a new restaurant called Kava, and I am having a Greek salad, and Darling Husband's having spicy greens. So that's what we're having for lunch today. Tonight, we are having frozen pepperoni stuffed crust pizza. This is DiGiorno, it's not delivery. And we are also having just a really small, simple salad of spring mix, red onion, and chopped tomatoes. So that's what we're having tonight for dinner. For dinner tonight on Saturday, it is now Saturday morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to put the steaks in the crock pot. I got these at Albertsons. I used my meat rewards for $7 off, and they were $7.80, so I paid 80 cents for these. These are beef chuck tender steak. Beef chuck tender steaks. They're not that tender, but in the crock pot they are tender. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with them yet, except just put them in here with some onion, and they're going to cook all day. And I'll either have, and I'm going to put these red onions in, because this red onion hasn't been the greatest, but in the crock pot it'll be good. So I'll either have steak and gravy tonight, or Swiss steak, or possibly some shredded taco meat. So that's what we're going to have tonight. So I decided to make the steak and gravy, and it looks really good, and mashed potatoes and steamed yellow squash and zucchini, and we have a crescent roll and heart healthy red wine. So happy Saturday. That's what today is, Saturday, January 27th. For dinner tonight, we are watching the pre-Super Bowl, so I'm warming up leftover pizza. It's actually really good when you warm it up in the skillet. It doesn't get all rubbery like in the microwave. And then I also am making nachos with chicken and beans and black olives and onions, and the personal stuffed crust pepperoni meat pizza. So that's what we're going to have with our pre-Super Bowl meal tonight. These are pizza scissors, and they work really good when you use two hands. So I use the pizza scissors and I cut up the pizza. We're gonna share this one and have our nachos. And our nachos are out of the oven, so we're going to have our pre-Super Bowl dinner. For lunch on Tuesday, we are having some Lean Cuisine dinners. So this is the Lean Cuisine Protein Kick Chicken Teriyaki. I added a bunch more carrots, broccoli, onions, and celery, and sauteed it up in a pan. And then for my husband, he's having the chicken enchilada Suiza with white meat chicken and rice and a sour cream sauce. So I fortified that with some leftover refried beans from our pre-Super Bowl party on Sunday, and put some jalapeno cheese on top. So his is a skillet meal, and that's what we're having for lunch today. For dinner tonight on Tuesday, I'm going to make meatloaf. So I have some ground beef, and I'm going to put some ketchup in it and an egg. And I've got a 1/3 cup of quick cooking oats and about 6 saltine crackers that I'm going to mix in with it. I'm going to put some of this in for seasoning. I usually don't put this in, but I want to use this up. I want to get some of this stuff used up. Yeah, it's last year's, but it's still okay. But I do want to use it up and get it out of the pantry, so that I can have fresh spices. And then I'm going to have mashed potato. This one potato is plenty for 2 people. You would be surprised at how far potatoes spread when they're mashed. So as I said, it's plenty for 2 people. And then we will have green beans. I also have some leftover crescent rolls from a few nights ago. Sadly, I had some really good content for January. I had some great breakfasts, lunches, and dinners, and when my phone was stolen, all those videos are now no more. So we have to start all over again. So hopefully You will like what's coming up for dinner for the next 3 or 4 weeks, so let's get to cooking. Okay, so I put everything in the bowl. I put the meat in, 3 packets of those ketchups, an egg, and the 6 saltine crackers squished up and crumbled up, and the 1/3 of a cup of oatmeal. We're going to mix it all together, form it into a loaf, put it on my non-stick foil lined cookie sheet, and bake it in the oven at 350 for about 45 minutes to an hour. And then I'm going to make a glaze with this one, maybe one more, and this sugar in the raw packet. I'll just mix them together and put it on top towards the end of cooking and make a yummy glaze to go on the meatloaf. So I'm going to mix it all together and then form it into a loaf and get it on the cookie sheet. And for dessert tonight, we're going to have a fruit cobbler. So I have some canned peaches. There's not many in here. There's a few, and a bunch of the peach juice, and I've got some frozen blueberries and blackberries I'm going to just put in it. And I'm going to sprinkle cake mix on top and some slices of butter, and we will have a fruit cobbler topped with vanilla ice cream for our dessert. Yum. And here's the meatloaf. It kind of didn't hold together good. It kind of crumbled, and it is quite brown, but it's okay. And we have the garlic mashed potatoes and green beans, and these are the leftover crescent rolls from a few nights ago, and heart healthy red wine. So happy Tuesday. It is not Taco Tuesday, it's Meatloaf Tuesday. And here's dessert. So we will see you for dinner tomorrow night. For dinner tonight, we're going to have tacos with our leftover steak and gravy. So this will make really good shredded beef for the tacos. I don't have any taco seasoning, but I'm going to just make some up with cumin, garlic powder, onion powder, paprika, chili powder. And we will have shredded beef tacos. I've got lettuce, tomato, onion. I got these stand and stuff taco shells. These are nice. I really like these. So I'm heating up my oven so I can heat them up. And then we're going to have it with cilantro lime rice. And I'm going to go get a can of beans because we'll have beans also. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight. Let's get to cooking. And here we are, 2 tacos, shredded beef tacos, lettuce, tomato, onion, cheese, cilantro lime rice, refried beans with cheese on top, all kinds of condiments and accoutrements for our tacos, and heart healthy red wine. So happy Wednesday. Okay, so for breakfast this morning, we are going to have veggie sausage, eggs, hash browns. I microwave these potatoes for about 3 minutes, so they're just not completely done all the way, but they're soft enough to make really good hash browns. So what I do is I microwave them, And then I'll dice them up and I will put them in a little bit of oil. Get that going. And that'll be our hash browns. Then we're also going to have toast with butter and jelly. So let's get to cooking. I added a little bit of red onion to my potatoes because that makes them really good. A little bit of onion. You don't have to put onion in it, but it does add a little bit of flavor. And if I have bell peppers, I will sometimes add that. So the potatoes are cooking nicely and getting nice and brown. I did dice them up pretty small, and my sausages are cooking away. And now I'm going to start on the eggs. So my husband likes his scrambled, so I'll do scrambled in this pan. I like mine over easy, so I'll do mine over easy in this pan. And I've already done our toast, so our toast is ready, and I put some butter on it, and it's all melted and good. So dinner, yeah, breakfast will be ready shortly. See if I can do this with one hand. Probably not. Because when the pan is extremely non-stick, it's really hard to even slide your spatula up under it. I don't think it's ready to turn yet, but almost ready to flip over. And here's our eggs, hash browns, sausage, and toast. We also have sliced bananas and mandarin oranges. It is a very cold, rainy, dreary day here, so a good hot breakfast is really nice. And our breakfast is not complete without our good, strong, hot black coffee, so happy Thursday morning hot breakfast. For leftovers, we are warming up our taco fixings. I have our cilantro lime rice warming up, the beans. I have some more shredded beef that I'm warming up. We have all of our taco fixings, onion, tomato, lettuce, cheese, and we are ready to put our taco shells in to warm them up. So that's what we're having for lunch today. And here it is, 2 tacos, cilantro lime rice, and leftover beans. So that's what we're having for lunch today. For breakfast today on Friday morning, we are having 2 eggs. These are sweet potato hash browns. We're going to see how these are because I have no more fresh potatoes, but I still have sweet potatoes left. And so I just microwaved the potato for about 3 minutes till it got halfway done, and then I cut it up and put it in a pan and heated it up and warmed it up, cooked it a little bit more. So sweet potato hash browns it is. Toast, we're going to have got some butter on it. I'm going to put some jelly on it. Veggie sausage and good strong hot black coffee. So that's our breakfast for Friday morning. For dinner tonight, we're having Lucille's Takeout. So we like to get this when we have our coupon, which is a 10 off 30. And then we use a gift card that we get from Costco. So it makes it a really good deal. So we're just going to split the full rack of baby back ribs, and we get beans and greens with it. And then I like to make a can of beans to fortify it with because they don't put a lot of beans in their beans, and we like a lot of beans in our beans. So we're having that, and then I mixed us up a Caesar salad, and we are having our heart healthy red wine. So happy Friday night dinner. For dinner tonight, I made chili in the crock pot, and we are having some hot fresh cornbread to go with it. I've got a little bit of cheese and sour cream on my chili, and yeah, darling husband's having truffle hot sauce on his because he's fancy like that. And heart healthy red wine. So happy Saturday night dinner. It's cold and dreary, and the rain is coming, so this is really good. For dinner tonight, we are having pizza. This is a frozen rising crust 4-cheese pizza and a hand-tossed supreme pizza from DiGiorno. It's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. And then we are having some kale salad and a cold frosty sudsy one. So happy Sunday night. For breakfast today, on Tuesday, we're having our good hot strong black coffee, 2 eggs, hash browns made with fresh potatoes, veggie sausage, and today we're going to have raisin bread. So that is our breakfast for today, and also sliced oranges. So happy rainy, very rainy Tuesday. For lunch, we're having leftover chili, leftover salad with some homegrown avocado. And that's our lunch today for Tuesday on this rainy, dreary day. For dinner tonight, on Thursday night, I'm making white chicken chili. So I have my chili mix here. In my crock pot, I have put some chicken breast. And after it cooked for a while on low, I shredded it up, and I have some onion. And after that gets a little bit browner, I'm going to add some white beans, some white corn, some white kidney beans, some green chilies, maybe a little bit of chicken broth, and this seasoning mix, and we will have dinner for tonight. So I have this on in the morning, and I'm getting this ready while I am cooking breakfast. So for breakfast, we are having veggie sausage patties, home fried potatoes or hash browns, and then I'm going to also make eggs. And then we have I did some raisin bread in the toaster, so that's ready to go also. So let's get to cooking breakfast and dinner. And here's our breakfast: eggs, hash browns, veggie sausage, banana, orange slices, and raisin toast, and good hot strong black coffee. So happy Thursday morning after a long walk, and the sun is shining today, so the rain is gone and we've got good sun and nice brisk walking weather. So we had a good walk this morning. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock and the chili is looking and smelling really good, but I wanted a little bit, I think I want it creamier. So I'm going to put in a can of cream of mushroom soup. You could do cream of chicken, cream of celery. You could put in sour cream or cream cheese or milk if you want it any creamier. Or you could put half and half or heavy whipping cream or anything that you have. I'm going to use this because this is a good pantry staple that I think will make it nice and thick and add a lot more flavor and creaminess to it. So I'm going to put it in. Oh, another thing that would be good to put in it is some plain Greek yogurt. I'm going to go ahead and put some of this in it to add to the creaminess, and I need to work on using this up. The date is in January, but yogurt lasts for a very, very long time. I found for me past the expiration date or best buy or expiration date. It's yogurt, so it's already soured anyway, so I'm going to use some of this. Okay, that made it really good and rich and creamy. I took a taste of it. It needs more seasoning, so I'm going to put some more. I'm going to put some garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit more cumin than what was in the package, and then I'm going to sprinkle some crushed red pepper because it does need a little bit more zip. Okay, I added more garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and crushed red pepper. One thing that would be really, really good in this is white pepper because it has quite a bit of kick to it. The white pepper does, but I don't have any. But if you have white pepper, that makes a great addition to this yummy white chicken chili. Here's our chili. We have hot leftover cornbread. I just warmed it up. Sadly, it's not fresh. It's leftover from a few nights ago. Thank you, dear. And so that's what we're having for dinner tonight. White chili. I've got a little bit of sprinkle of cheese on top, and I'm going to put a little bit of sour cream on top also, and cornbread. So that's our dinner tonight. For dinner tonight, on Friday night, we are having pizza. This is the DiGiorno croissant pizza and Caesar salad and a cold frosty. I'm having a cold frosty one. Darling husband is having, thank you. He's having heart healthy red wine. Happy Friday. It's Valentine's for us every night. For dinner tonight, we're having our leftover white chicken chili with some hot fresh cornbread, and we have Caesar salad and heart healthy red wine. So that's what we're having tonight on Saturday night. Happy Saturday. Okay, for dinner tonight, we are having our Super Bowl shindig. So we have some taquitos and some Morningstar chicken nuggets. And we also have guacamole. I made some garlic lemon soy sauce chicken wings. We're having vegetables and ranch dip. We have some barbecue potato chips, some corn tortilla chips, and some artichoke dip. So that's what we are having for our Super Bowl shindig dinner, lunch, meal tonight. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make this dish called Marry Me Chicken, and I've never made it before, so I'm just going to kind of wing it. I know that you need chicken and garlic and butter and olive oil and Parmesan cheese and sun-dried tomatoes, and you need heavy whipping cream, which I don't have, so I'm going to use some of this protein milk because it's kind of thick, and I'm going to put some sour cream and some Greek yogurt to make it creamy, and you need chicken broth and a bunch of spices, which I don't think I have. I don't think I have oregano, and I think you need thyme, so I'll probably do a little bit of Italian, what's it called? Italian blend, some kind of Italian seasoning. I'll use that. And so the first thing I'm going to do is cook the chicken in some butter and olive oil and take the chicken out and put in garlic and the cream and the sun-dried tomatoes. But I'm going to do onions too because I think onions would be good with it, and I want to use these up. So let's get to cooking. I don't know what I'm doing. Also, to go with it, I'm going to have long grain and wild rice. I don't have any fresh vegetables, so I'm going to use Italian style cut green beans canned, and that is what we're going to have for dinner tonight. So let's get to cooking. And I was supposed to dredge the chicken in flour. So I did that with some salt and pepper in it, and now we're going to cook them on each side until they're golden brown. And I have my rice going. And then we'll take the chicken out and put garlic and onion and the cream and the Parmesan cheese, chicken broth, garlic, and sun-dried tomatoes and make a nice creamy, yummy sauce. I took the chicken out, and darling husband's going to help me cook. So I took the chicken out, I put in the onion and the garlic. We're sauteing that for about a minute. Okay, now he's going to put in a half a cup of chicken broth, and he's going to have to wing it. There's no measuring here. Okay, then you're going to put in my cream mixture. My heavy cream mixture, which is that bowl of slop right there. good. Stir that around. He's very precise. Okay, now you're going to put the sun-dried tomatoes and the Parmesan in. This is about 1/3 of a cup of sun-dried tomatoes. Okay, now the Parmesan cheese. He has to taste it and make sure it tastes okay. Okay, that's good. Then we're going to stir that up and then put the chicken back in. Scoop the chicken for me. Yes, we have sunshine and blue skies here in Southern California. Okay, now we're going to let that simmer for a few minutes and put in the, I don't have Italian seasoning, so I'm going to use Greek. So I'm going to use this Greek seasoning because it's close to Italian seasoning, so sprinkle a bunch of that in there. Okay, that's good. And here it is. Marry Me chicken, long grain and wild rice, and Italian green beans, and heart healthy red wine. So happy Monday night. For breakfast this morning, we're going to have waffles. So I have a little bit of this left I'm going to use up. There's just a tiny bit of this I'm going to use up. We're going to mix it with water and put it in our waffle iron and make waffles. And we're also going to have veggie sausages and eggs for breakfast. So let's get to cooking. And here it is, waffle, eggs, and veggie sausage. Oh, I got to go get my hot black coffee. And we're having banana on our waffle. So here's our coffee. So happy Tuesday morning breakfast. We already did our 4-mile walk today. For Valentine's dinner, we have beautiful flower arrangement. We have beautiful candlelight. We have a box of candy, and we have red wine. And for dinner, we are having some Costco rotisserie chicken, macaroni and cheese, and roasted asparagus, and heart-healthy red wine at home. So happy Valentine's Day at home. Beautiful, beautiful flowers. Thank you, darling husband, for my beautiful flowers. For dinner tonight, we are having Lucille's Takeout. So it's really good because we have a 10 off 30 coupon, so it makes it a really good deal. Plus we get gift cards from Costco, which are 30% off. So it makes for a very, very good deal. So we are splitting the baby back ribs, and we have greens and beans, and I like to fortify my beans with extra beans. You all know that, but actually their beans are pretty beany tonight. And then a biscuit, and of course the heart healthy red wine. So happy day after Valentine's Day. We have chocolates again for dessert. Yes, and the flowers are still beautiful, very beautiful. So I'm going to make a soup out of the chicken carcass that we got, the rotisserie chicken. So I got it in some water, and I'm going to boil it for a while until everything falls off the bone, and then I'm going to strain it and pick off as much meat as I can and pick out the bones. And then I'm going to save the broth and the meat. And then I've got some cut up zucchini that really is sad looking, but look, when you dice it up, it doesn't look sad anymore, and it's not squishy. It's just kind of beat up. I've got some celery that kind of got a little bit frozen in the refrigerator, but it'll be great for soup. and some carrot, and that's a little bit of tomato that was in the refrigerator. And I also have some red onions, so I'm going to make some chicken soup. For dinner tonight on Saturday night, we are having El Pollo Loco chicken tostada salad. This is only half of it. My darling husband and I are splitting it. I used my rewards, so it didn't cost me anything. So that was really exciting to have a nice free dinner. We like to get extra chopped onions on the side, and we like salsa, lots of salsa. And this cilantro lime salad dressing is really good. And of course, we're going to have our heart healthy red wine tonight. So happy Saturday night. For Sunday morning breakfast, we are having 2 eggs, hash browns, veggie sausage, and raisin toast with homemade fig jam. So that's what we're having for our breakfast, and hot black coffee this morning. So happy Sunday morning. For dinner tonight, I'm going to make 3-sauce pasta. We're going to have the marinara sauce, Alfredo, and pesto on some whole wheat thin spaghetti. And I'm going to have roasted asparagus to go along with it. And I will make some garlic bread out of some stale hot dog buns that are in the refrigerator. So I have my water boiling for the pasta. I'll start putting the other sauces in, and dinner will be ready in no time. I'm going to brush the asparagus with some vegetable oil. Ideally, you would want to do this with olive oil, but this is all I have, so that's what I'm using. It's fine. Any oil will be just fine. And I'm going to put it in the oven at 350 for about 20 to 25 minutes, and they will get nice and tender. I like my vegetables tender and soft. I always say here in California, when you order vegetables in a restaurant, they just run them through the hot water, and I like mine to be cooked. Because I am from the South, and we do like our vegetables cooked and tender, so let's get them in the oven. Alright, these hot dog buns are pretty beat up, as you can see, and they are old. They were shoved in the back of the refrigerator, so they're from June of 2023. But they were in the back of the refrigerator, and they're frozen. So I'm looking at them, and there's no mold or anything on them because they were pretty much frozen. So I'm just going to break these apart and open them up, and I will put butter on them, garlic powder, and parsley, and we will have some garlic bread. I'll let it go for about 10 minutes. A watched pot never boils. But it's almost boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and put in my thin spaghetti because it really does not take that long. So we're going to start it up. And since we have 10 minutes and it's not boiling yet, it'll be done in 10 minutes. Here it is, 3-sauce pasta, asparagus, garlic hot dog bun, and heart healthy red wine. So happy Sunday night. For dinner tonight, we are having Lucille's again. Yes, it is a favorite, and we do like to have it, especially when they give us coupons and we use our gift cards. So what we have in here is we've got, this was like a big family feast. So we've got ribs, and we've got brisket, and then we have some tri-tip in here. We've got the greens that we like, and we've got beans. We don't have any more beans to fortify our beans with, so we'll just have to eat the beans as is. And then they usually give us lots of biscuits. So there's biscuits in there, and then there's biscuits there. And then, of course, we have all of our sauces. So that is what we are having for dinner tonight. For lunch today, we are having chicken soup that I made and quesadillas. Just a quick, easy lunch on this rainy, dreary, cold California day. For dinner tonight, we are having leftover Lucille's, and it looks like first overs, not leftovers. We've got beans, and I did find some beans to fortify it with, so we've got extra beans. The greens, which are really good. We've got tri-tip, brisket, and 2 baby back ribs and some biscuit. So that's what we are having for dinner tonight. For dinner tonight, we are having leftover 3-sauce pasta, Caesar salad, and garlic mangold hot dog buns, and heart healthy red wine. So happy Wednesday night. For dinner tonight, we're having more Lucille's. We have I have 1 rib left, a couple of strips of tri-tip, and lots of greens and lots of beans, and half a crumbly biscuit and heart healthy red wine. So that's what we are having on Thursday night.